Oh yeah, 'cause they didn't run. They didn't run last week.
You didn't have one at Kansas. Didn't have one at didn't have one at Charlotte. Not gonna have one this week. Didn't have one for like 2 weeks before that. And like that was when I told him, yeah, you can race Xfinity now. You set him the schedule. There's that Spanish music. Oh yeah.
Yeah, well, it's funny when Lynch goes, "Hey, you said something," or funny because somebody mentioned the Super Bowl. I'm
This
like,
is
yeah, that was
EA
actually
Sports
me.
PGA Tour
I
coverage
mentioned it
coming
last
up
week and
next.
nobody said anything.
Rich
So
Lerner alongside
again, it was
Frank
probably
Nobilo
nobody
set
even
to
saw
call
it
all
because
the
everybody
action
else
here at
wrote
the Wells
after it.
Fargo Championship. We are at Quail Hollow, and Frank, it is really one of the best courses on tour.
It is a great state of North Carolina where Donald Ross developed so many great courses. They're the sort of courses that we're used to seeing, but this is a relatively new golf course. First opened up in 1961, but it certainly fits in with the North Carolina landscape. Mature trees, holes well cut out, beautiful greens, and interesting finish.
How do you like that finishing stretch? They call it the Green Mile.
Some might think it's purgatory, but I think it's the perfect touch to a great golf course.
Headed for the bunker? No, too bad. He'll have to play from the bunker. So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. See if he does it here.
Okay, good shot on the dance floor.
No, so I only knew it was him because of his name
Standing over
from
this putt, concentrating
YouTube
on the read.
when I saw the friend request. Ooh, jeez, I just made that.
Even par early on. Frank, a nice mix of opening holes here at Quail Hollow in the Wells Fargo Championship. Pretty short par 3 here at the second.
180-yard shot will play more like 175 for the half a club downhill. There's much more green on that right side. If you're not too sure what club to hit, then you should stay away from that left side.
Great professionals, Frank.
Yeah,
they don't
and you
fear
backed out of
green
that one.
side bunker shot, do they?
No, because you can be as aggressive or as conservative as you want. You actually have
I've only
far
done the
more
one
options.
at Road America.
And you don't have to hit the ball first.
Oh, dude, that in the hole. Tremendous shot. Frank, this is a really fun hole, a pretty short par 3 downhill.
Yeah, half a club, you can allow for that, so it won't play its full yardage. You can really see that right part of the green. That's the most inviting one, but when they stick the flag on the left, you really have to be precise.
They'll be happy with that. In the fairway, now a good chance to attack this hole. Now the
Yeah, we got a
approach
long
here
way
at the
to go
third.
for that one. At this rate, who knows?
Frank, this actually isn't the most difficult shot, is it, for a high-level player?
You got a clean lie, it's firm underneath. The biggest thing, though, really, you don't want to hit the path first. Clean strike, though. This is almost like hitting off the fairway.
105 yards left. Frank, there's really great history here at Quail Hollow.
Yeah, it's a private members club, Rich. It was founded by James Harris back prior to 1960. We know it hosted the Kemper Open from 69 through to 79, the Payne Weber Invitational from 83 to 89. And now, obviously, it's the host of the Wells Fargo Championship ever since it debuted back in 2003.
He'll be disappointed with that, no doubt.
Yeah, swing didn't quite look right on that one.
And he's set up for his 5th shot here, looking to get on the green with this one.
Yeah. I wanted that Charlotte, man. I
Another
wanted
good
that
swing.
so
Another
bad.
good
And then,
approach shot.
Purple
And getting
Purple
ready
got.
for
Oh,
the
you
putt.
didn't see it. Yeah, I mean, I still had a chance. I was still running up front late. And I should have. I was running second. I was running second in the we had a pit stop left, and it went green the rest of the way, of course, because once I purple
as they say, 300-yard drive,
just got the
shot,
safer barrier
misses
going
short
into
one,
3.
Also one shot.
Yeah, that's
And
painful.
I went low to avoid
Makeable
him,
putt right
and
here,
once I went
currently
low,
sitting
the
at
car
1 under
just
for the round.
spun right around on me, and I was in second and everything.
So 2 over par for the round.
So, yeah. Yeah, because
And now let's go down
there
to
was
the
only,
action
I think,
at the
11
fourth.
cars left in it.
With a key stretch of holes ahead, our featured golfer really has struggled in the early going, Frank.
Yeah, a few mistakes out there, unforced errors you might want to say. So really attention to detail should be the concern right now.
Frank, he is one of the longest hitters in the game, but at some point you have to hit a fairway.
Yeah, he's certainly not the straightest. I think that was the bit you're going to put in the middle.
I know.
So missed the
I
fairway.
know, because just driving down the backstretch, you can't spread yourself out.
Minimize the problems.
I'm leading, and I'm watching everybody just.
Second shot
I mean,
now at
in
the
the
fourth.
rearview mirror,
Bunkers guarding
everybody's
the
getting
front
so
corners
close.
of this
It's
green.
flying up to you.
Well, there's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. Just a couple of feet. Well, not in contention, but in
Yeah,
football.
I was behind that.
Frank, in today's modern game where players are hitting it so far, I always feel like one of the more exciting holes is a reachable par 5, and here we are at the 5th, 570 yards.
Yeah, this is reachable providing you hit a good drive. Otherwise, it becomes very awkward on the layup. You're sort of often threading the ball out of trees and just trying to find some sort of third shot. So to your point, big advantage with
Yeah,
the
I was
tee shot
behind
here.
that when that happened.
Playing
When
his
he got
second
into
shot
you a little bit.
at the par 5.
Or that's what it looked like. No, Mets. Wait, what happened with Green?
Well, this one is offline just a bit. Look out. That one is going to end up in the rough. You have to think he'll be happy with that, given that it looked like it was headed right
it
for
was
the
from
rough.
that.
Yeah, it looked like that was the only place it was going to finish. But, well, it's a little bit unexplainable. Let's see what he does from here now. Lucky break.
Not terrible, but not his best.
Oh,
Yeah, outside chance, really, for birdie. But really, it was a rather poor approach shot.
Always two components to the long lag putt, the speed, number 1, and then the read. And missed out on that second part. Rolls in the par putt, stays at +2. Wow, Frank, this is all you want in a par 3. 250 yards here at the 6th.
Hey, that's what these guys need, especially in a PGA championship. Fortunately, the hole plays a little bit downhill, but
yeah, that's the
250,
50
whichever
I
way
like
you
going
cut
to the
it, is a
infield.
big
It's so
par
much fun.
3. It was almost like that's what he wanted to do, but why would you want it to
I
run
love
over
that
the back?
place.
He'll need to be strong with this. Frank, not close, but from that line, not bad.
Oh, that's excellent. Seriously, given the conditions, Rich.
Getting set now over the putt.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that is amazing. Just a sensational putt. Well, Frank, an eagle is in play here at the par 5 7th.
And a 6, and a 7, and an 8, or a 9, actually. This is a potential scorecard record, the 7th hole. Many a tee shot has found that creek on the right, trees, problems on the left. There's no question there's a reward for a good tee shot here. But then there's a decision on do you go for this par 5 and 2. It's not overly long, just over 530 yards. It is very tempting.
Getting set for this next shot from the rough, what does the player need to be careful of here, Frank?
Well, this is where we're going to see exactly how good they are because, you know, that's not exactly the best lie, but it's sort of doable if you know what you're doing.
Frank, not where he wants to be, but not out of the hole here at the par 5.
Yeah, it's weird
No,
on the
but,
banking there. That's
Rich,
the only
to
thing.
drop a shot here
I don't like
would,
running
would
the
really send him
regular
backwards.
oval track
Frank's
sometimes.
second shot
It's
here at
weird.
the par 5
I don't know
7.
why the ovals feel
have a
weird
go
in
at
that
this one?
game, but
Yes, but you still have to respect the water and the trouble around. So anything slightly left of that flag is fine.
Didn't knock down the flag stick, but
probably would have
still
I
has a
saw
chance.
it. I haven't
21
done.
steps,
I want
or should I say
to go
feet.
on there and try all these snow courses and all
21
this
foot
rally.
putt, set
I
to
haven't
go.
done any of that.
Well, you could see he thought he had that.
It looked in the whole way until the end.
Just a tap in to finish the hole. So, with that, 3 over par now for the round. Frank, in modern professional golf, we're seeing more and more drivable par 4s, like the 8th here at Quail Hollow, 350 yards. What do you think of this hole?
It's not a bad hole. Drivable, some might say, but the angle of the green means it's hard for that tee shot to keep on the green. But I think the reward for hitting a driver is try and sort of aim at that tree just left of the green. And the reason why is then you've got to pitch up the direction of the green. This is a really narrow green.
Not enough on that one.
Yeah, it just seemed to baby it.
Well, bunker play is really about technique and feel. The 2 greatest ever are probably Gary Player and Seve Ballesteros. Seve actually was so good, he was so skilled, that he could open up a 3-iron, that's right, a 3-iron, on a short bunker shot from a green side bunker and splash it to a couple of feet as if he had just used a 60-degree sand wedge. Amazing. Solid play, heart of the green. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business.
Yeah.
Frank, they didn't have any openings at the EA Sports Basketball because, I mean, this is just brutal to watch. Well, Frank, what do you think of the 9th hole here at Quail Hollow?
Oh, I think it's a beauty, Rich. One of those long, nice drawing tee shots. 500 yards is a par 4. You have to hit a good drive down there. The fairway doesn't camber that much. Hole does dogleg to the left. Big advantage for a big tee shot here. This is not heading in the right direction.
No, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. Into the tall cabbage. That ball is swallowed up.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah, that was a little over-ambitious.
Frank, here we go again. Another shot from the rough.
Yeah, let's see if he learned his lesson. Just too much juicy grass between the ball and the club face. It's always going to come up short out of that sort of light.
Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in.
Yeah, I'm probably not tonight. Tomorrow I will. I put in for Monday off, so I got a 3-day weekend.
Well, double par here. Time to pick up and move on.
If they do the online driver swap for that, oh God, I would love to do a 24-hour race.
Played very poorly on the front, but still a chance to get it back.
Most
here on
likely,
the
yeah.
back
I want to
nine.
know how the heck
this
that
is where
works.
you just simply have to
do
eradicate
that.
what's been. Golf is that game of keep doing what's in front of you. Keep moving, one step at a time.
Frank, it's a nice walk to make down the fairway when you can see your golf ball right there in the middle.
Rich, there's an old saying, fairway first. And there's another example. Hit it in the fairway, and the game becomes very straightforward.
Just a beautiful tee shot.
Yeah, because I'm trying to figure out how you know when to switch or how you know the other person's on. You got to have a chat going at least, I would think, to,
Second shot
no,
here
are
at the
you
par
ready to, I'm
5
coming
10.
in,
Chance to
blah, blah,
make
blah, hit a
something
button,
happen.
switch it, and the other person hits a button. I don't know. It'd be cool, though. I didn't know if they, when Elite was saying they do it in the career mode with that, and they might have it in quick race mode. I want to check that out. If they have an AI driver swap at least, I want to see how that works.
Yeah, swing didn't quite look right on that one.
He's set up for his 4th shot here, looking to get it on the green with this.
Safely on the dance floor.
Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt.
No, Rich, that was a huge putt. You don't expect to make them from that distance.
Back here at the par 4 11th at Quail Hollow, set to tee off. What's the right game plan here, Frank?
Oh, there's two, really. That left bunker off the tee, it's about 265 yards to get it on the fairway, or 308 yards, 310 yards run out there. I've seen players just try and carry the bunker, sort of set up a short iron, and I've seen players like Rory McILroy just try and blast a driver with a hook on it. Both strategies have worked.
So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. See if he does it here.
Coming out of the rough and right up next to the hole. These putts keep the round together. Oh, man.
Just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. And this will be a 5-foot putt here. Everything is going wrong today. Just continues to be ugly. Par 4 12th here at Quail Hollow, 456 yards. Frank, break it down for us.
Well, there's no fairway bunkers either side, so you feel like there's nothing to work the ball off, and consequently it's very easy to sneak it in the rough on the left or the right, and then that makes that second shot so much more difficult going up the hill. This is one hole that you have to pick a line on. You really have to know your line off the tee. There's a nice big tree down there in the distance. That's the one you want to work it off.
Into the thick stuff, that's a difficult lie.
Rich, after you've already made one mistake in the rough, there's a chance he's going to make
I think
another.
if I saw it
Just
right,
trying to
one
get
of the
it
races
back
is
out
tomorrow
into the fairway and not make
night
a big
at like
number.
10 o'clock.
Well, not quite enough on that one, Frank.
Yeah, coming out of the rough, not surprising, considerably short.
But there was only 2, and the other one said Sunday at 5 a.m., I think, if I read that right.
It's no snack, though.
Yeah.
Boy, it looked like Ben
Wait,
Crenshaw
Saturday at
right
3, I
there. That
didn't
was
see that.
smooth and easy, right in the heart.
Oh, I can't do that one.
Here we are at the par 3,
I could do Friday at
13th hole.
10.
It's 210 yards. What does it take here, Frank?
It's one, actually, where you'd rather be conservative than aggressive here. And the reason why is this green tends to roll off at the back and the front and the middle there. So it's just something that pitches more in the
16.
central part of the green is really what's required.
And it is not looking like a good lie. Second shot from the rough. It's on the way.
I wish you can do more in that.
That's a disappointment right there, Frank.
Yeah, green light special, really. Come up considerably short.
Frank, in golf, as we know, there's short grass and there's
Plus
long
with the
grass. You don't want to be in that
running
short
24-hour
grass, but
races,
it
you
doesn't
want as
always
much
work
cars in
out
there
that
as you
way.
can.
So what's the most important element from the shot, from the rough?
You have to be a little bit more conservative first and foremost because you can't guarantee a perfect strike out of the long grass. So therefore you have to look around the greens, maybe short, to the right, to the left, and realize what's involved. And also just give yourself a slightly bigger target.
Where? Kentucky?
Well, Frank, as we arrive at the par 4 14th, just 345 yards, our players no doubt are looking for a little advice from a guy who's been there. You've done it at the highest level. What's the right play here?
Rich, after all these years, I think it's like a modified tee shot. And what I'm going to say with that is like a strong 3-wood, something that pitches around 270 and kicks 30 or 40 yards, finishes up about 20 yards short of the green. I think that's the best ploy. You won't be able to get at all the flags, but I think you'll play the hole under par for the week.
When's the right time to pull out the big driver and have a go at this extra stroke at it after going into the water? So the previous shot into the drink, this now the fourth shot. Ends up in the first cut, and he'll have a pretty good look at the hole location from here.
Not a problem there, Rich.
Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. You almost lose count at this point. Safe to say, not under par. In fact, well over par. Now as we arrive at the par 5 15th hole here at Quail Hollow, 577 yards. Frank, I think a player has to be thinking about doing what Rory McILroy did in 2010.
It's the last of the holes that you can really be aggressive on, Rich. So a good drive down here. I'm well aware of the fact that there's water on the left. This is a good chance to make something happen before you play the green mile.
And that's what McIlroy did. Hit a tracer, then a 5-iron, knocked it in for eagle, shot 62, and won for the first time on the PGA Tour. Frank made this hole just a little bit harder hitting it into the rough.
I would say a lot harder.
Set to go. Not an easy shot by any means. Playing a par 5, Frank, what happened on that third shot?
Yeah, it's a poor decision. But, well, hopefully he can eradicate that from the memory banks and really knuckle down on this. Do not want to drop a shot or make 6 here. Well, that's a little absurd, that, Rich. That shot wasn't that hard, but it's come up well short.
Didn't appear committed through impact. Great shot coming out of that bunker right there.
Showing some skills today.
Not a gimme, but well within his range. Well, too bad. He gives one back. At last, we have arrived at the start of one of the most daunting finishing stretches in all of golf. They call it the Green Mile, 16, 17, and 18 here at Quail Hollow. The 16th is a par 4, 508 yards, Frank.
And this hole was made even more difficult when they pushed that green further left to bring the water more in play with the second shot. I mean, it's a great par 4. It's strong in every single department.
Sometimes. It depends on the track. I can tell you right now, one that does it is Texas, turn
use all
1.
their strength to sort of hack it out of that rough, missing it off the tee here. Well, the stats say that is a green hit in regulation.
A lot of the flat
but
tracks
it's
are like
not yet
that
a par
too.
on the card.
Phoenix sometimes.
Very tough putt coming up. Pretty good stroke right there. Just hit it through the break.
Well, it's that sort of distance. If it goes in, it's a bonus.
Been a rocky round. Just 2 holes remaining here at Quail Hollow in Charlotte, North Carolina. This is the signature par 3, 221 yards, the 17th.
And they have a multitude of tees here. One of the new back tees is actually where
South
the old
Park?
16th green was. And
I saw something.
if you think
on
don't
there
go left
on
is the way to play,
PlayStation
then
Store.
that won't work either.
Just
because
yeah,
right's not
when I
that much
looked
good.
on it.
This is it. Stand on the tee, and you better hit a good shot.
11 feet away. Good try. Just didn't quite read the break, Frank.
It shouldn't be a problem, you'd think, cleaning up here for par.
Frank, you can see by the reaction, it has been that kind of week. Just a few too many pars. Here we are, the
Oh, the
18th hole
disc.
at
It
Quail
wasn't
Hollow.
in the little.
Simply put, Frank, a player needs to hit maybe his best tee shot of the day.
I would agree with you, Rich. If you were to measure this hole from trees on the left to trees on the right, it's actually a really wide fairway or expansive land. But that creek that just meanders its way through the middle of this hole completely changes the nature of this hole. And consequently, you hit the nail on the head. If you don't hit a good tee shot, you will rack up something here. And I've got no idea how big it would be.
I
That
pre-ordered
ball
the
nestled
Supercross
down just a
game
bit
that's
in that
coming
heavy
out
rough.
in a couple of weeks or a week and a half now.
Frank,
I
what's
think.
the best way to get at the golf ball when it's sitting down just a bit in the rough?
You have to accept the fact, first and foremost, that you're not going to get clean contacts. You have to decide whether the ball's going to come out short or it's going to fly. Because
Frank, sadly, I've been there too often. In the water,
God, I
you get
would
down
hate
on
that.
yourself. What's the right way to approach this mentally?
Well, you've almost got to take a step backwards, Rich. This can add up so quickly. So give yourself a little pat on the back, say it's fine. I mean, you're human. You're allowed to hit bad shots. But the big thing now is to avoid 2 in a row.
Still going, and going the wrong way. This is the 5th shot after that previous one went into the drink. How good was that, Frank, from the rough?
Oh,
Boy, after
it's
watching
amazing.
you
It's a
play
master
tonight,
class
it's
in
hard to
short
believe I've
game.
won a tournament in this thing. In my career mode, last time I played.
That hole certainly got the best of it. Triple bogey. Well, that'll do it for today. Not a great performance, not on the first page of that leaderboard.
Yeah, the people on the top of this leaderboard are there for a reason. They hit
Yeah.
more fairways, more greens. It sounds easy, and I know this is a difficult course, but that's the way it's going to have to be played.
Fucking NASCAR YouTube videos. And it's like you click on them, you click it, it saves 15 minutes, even if you only want 10 seconds, you know?
Yeah.
So you have to go into your gallery and trim them off. I did that in like November. I remember I spent like an hour, and I am not fucking done that shit. And I couldn't download the report. So I'm like waiting.
That's why I have an external hard drive plugged into my PlayStation 2 because I got so many games it didn't fit. My PlayStation's only a 500 gigabyte thing. It's not even a terabyte. I got a 2 gigabyte hard drive in there. And I filled up half of it. Because I downloaded a few demos and, you know, some free games and stuff like that, too. And plus I have like 30, 40 games. Yeah, I downloaded that too and I haven't played it yet. No, I like playing Call of Duty. I'm nowhere near good at it, but
The craziest shit. It was like you're like a real fucking army soldier guy. Not that